thank you for these questions. So I'll take the first two questions around incubation period and human-to-human transmission related to asymptomatic individuals. So with regards to the incubation period, indeed, this is something, and this is a parameter that is constantly being calculated as new data becomes available. So from the beginning, we have assumed an upper bound of an incubation period of 14 days based on our experience with other respiratory pathogens, including flu, MERS, SARS, and we think that that's relevant. We have seen estimates of incubation period from different groups, those that are dealing directly with patients and looking at case pairs, and we've seen estimates of 2 to 10 days and 1 to 12 and a half days. And so those exact numbers will change over time, but in our guidance, when we think of contact tracing, we think an upper bound of 14 days is what we should stick with for now. With regards to asymptomatic individuals, so we are aware of reports of individuals who may have transmitted the novel coronavirus before symptoms began or in the early period of when symptoms were just starting. We understand that there are very detailed exposure histories and investigations that are ongoing in each of these instances to really determine if the individual was indeed asymptomatic. We know from a lot of experience in other diseases that people that claim to be asymptomatic, actually when you go back and interview them, they were in the early stages of actually developing symptoms, so they weren't completely asymptomatic. But it is possible that there may be individuals who are asymptomatic that shed virus, but we need more detailed studies around this to determine how often that is happening and if this is leading to secondary transmission. What we know is that this virus causes respiratory disease, and transmission, the majority of transmission, the driver of transmission, is through the respiratory route of symptomatic patients.